Alright, y'all, DJ Hyphen.
DJ Moore.
Sunday night sound session right now. Special guest in the building. Introduce yourself, man.
What's up, y'all? Kendrick, Lamar, you dig that?
Yes, one of our favorite MCs. And man, we've been playing since the KUBE days.
Yeah, since back in the minute.
Yeah.
We've been up on it.
What made you change the name from KUBE to your real name?
KUBE, that's a street name. I mean, that's always be in my neighborhood. Every time I go back to the city, they always call me KUBE. Kendrick Lamar, I just want people to identify my music, for who I am as a person, in general, and just make that connection.
Nice. Nice. Well, the moment is almost here. The official major label debut, Good Kid, Mad City, drops on the 22nd. What does it feel like after all these years to be right here at this moment where, a lot of people think it's your first album. Obviously, it's not. You've had multiple projects, but now it's the official major label debut.
It's the major label debut.
Yeah.
Yeah. People know, I've been putting in a lot of work, for years, and I have the material to back that. So to finally get the world, to acknowledge that, it's something I always built up for. I think everything was just, set in practice up to this October 22nd date.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of all the work that you put in over the years, can you share with us and the listeners when maybe you had an understanding that this was a gift that you possessed, writing, and when did you know that you could make a career out of it?
I think the moment I heard my voice play back through those speakers, I just wanted to keep hearing it. I was probably like 16, 17. And I wasn't all the way sure. I can't say, sit here and lie and say I was sure, because you're a kid. You really ain't really that focused at 16, 17. But I knew, something I wanted to do that I liked doing, so the passion was there, and I just took the initiative, to put my own music out, at that age.
Yeah.
And the response I got back, was incredible. So I said, you know what? This is something positive I can do. I can easily go out and get in trouble. All my homeboys getting in trouble easy. Let me do something, not only for myself, but for them, to show them something different.
Yeah. Do you remember that first time in the studio?
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
What was that story like? What was that day
like?
A studio?
I can't say an actual real
studio. Or just the first time the mic was live?
Yeah, I've been in the garage. Like, I in the garage. It felt crazy, man, to sit down, write some raps, and then put it over a beat, and then hear, play it for somebody and then sing along to it.
Who made the beat?
My dude, Dave Free.
Oh, word, still.
So
he's been down since day one. Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to Dave.
Do you remember the rap?
I don't. I'm sure it was trash. DMX's first album.
A classic.
That's what inspired me to start writing that very album. And I actually got a chance to tell him that my first time meeting him was last week. Yep, so that was a good moment. But that album did it for me.
Okay. What was your
I was 13, 14.
What's your favorite record off that album?
Favorite record off that album? Probably the intro. 1 2 1 2 come through, run through gun. Who? Oh, you don't know what the gun do. Just know the one try. That's too many cuss words. The hardest, but I'm the hardest, the rap artist, and I start to for real get up, fulfill my words, make her spit up, squeal. Yeah, that's all I've been here. Hate me, want to duct tape me, right? Like his flow is crazy, and I took pieces from that, in my own music, and his depth, his storytelling, and the rawness of it.
Yeah. Any plans to work with X in the future?
I definitely want to.
Yeah.
I definitely want to.
Any other artists out there that you may have listened to back then, or just are fans now that you really want to get in the studio with that you haven't been able to so far?
I haven't been able to.
Yeah, because you've worked with a lot of people.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have worked. And any artists, probably Erykah Badu. Yeah.
Let's talk about the album again. Good Kid, Mad City drops the 22nd. Is it weird at all? Like we said, you have a couple projects that already came out, but a lot of people are going to be hearing you for the first time on this album. So did you think about that when you're recording? Like, I can't necessarily jump these people in like 5 chapters into the Kendrick story. Like, I have to bring them in and kind of give them an introduction, or did you just kind of, hope that they go back and do the research and get the previous
That's
records?
great. And that's great because I took this approach as a prelude, as far as reintroducing, myself. There's a lot of stories that, I put out in my music from my older projects, but it's a lot, I held back for the sake of this album. So it'll be new, to the new listeners and fresh to them, but it'll also be, something that, people that have been down with me since day one haven't ever heard either.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of storytelling, so they get to know me even more.
You could tell, because there's, a lot of aspiring artists and young, and they don't necessarily have their head on all the way right about what the industry is, and they got expectations and illusions.
Yeah.
If you could give them like just some realness in terms of what you've encountered that you might not necessarily have, saw coming since you've been here, and just give them like a warning to look out for?
A lot of people, like, I remember when I was a kid, I'm sure people do this now, a lot of people stress to get signed. That's, that used to be my confirmation of success, as a kid. I'm sure it's a lot of, other kids out there, confirmation of success. Even when you're signed, you still have to take the initiative and do it yourself, period. So your best bet is to go out there and do it yourself right now and put that work in. A lot of people feel, to get signed, like, they made it. No, it's not like that. You can't just go knock on the label's door anymore and get a record deal. They want to see what you can bring to them. And your best bet is doing it for yourself, because you can say, I worked this on my own, just banking off the music and banking off my personality and my character. So it don't take a lot of money. Get you a little small studio set up and work.
So all you artists out there, build your music before you start a conversation about building a brand.
Right.
The music comes first.
Exactly.
Most definitely. All right, so I think a lot of underground fans, we're all hoping you can make this jump from, being one of our favorites to just a national, international superstar. What do you think the biggest thing you have to do with the album coming out on the 22nd? Is it just like getting out, seeing people, shaking hands, being on TV? Like, what's the biggest thing you're going to focus on to really make sure the album is a success on that level?
My first focus was focusing on the music.
Yep.
And bringing that world to us. That international mainstream world to us, to what we've been doing. A lot of, I can't say a lot. I know some artists think, our world have to go to them and get them, but I want to bring it to us. So I experimented with a few different sounds, that I've been doing, from Section 80, things like that. And I think that's one step. The second step is definitely going out here and being in people's face. Not necessarily always on TV, but actually in their face, and that's promotion. Going to in-stores, doing shows, going to meet and greet after the shows, and doing it all over again. Because people can respect and have a better connection when they can, feel like they can touch you. That's something that's been missing in the game for years. Regular, everyday person don't feel like they can touch their favorite rapper anymore. So that connection is gone. So I pride myself to, remember that.
Nice. Where can they get in touch with you online if they can't find you in person? Where can they holler at you there?
Twitter, at Kendrick Lamar.
Can you check your Twitter?
Yeah, I check my Twitter.
Nice.
Absol, AB-Soul, that's my partner. You can add him, you can add J-Rock, you can add Schoolboy Q, or you just Google Top Dog Entertainment. All our viral pop-up interviews, new music, albums, iTunes.
Man, I think it's so dope because, like you mentioned, all the old videos and everything, like, so many people are going to see those things for the first time.
Yeah, they go trip. Ignorance, Bliss,
Like the heart, yeah.
Yeah, like
all that stuff.
I'm thinking about dropping that this week. Part 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so catch him online, catch him in your city. The album Good Kid, Mad City drops on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Go pick that up. A lot of people are planning for it to be one of our albums of the year. We haven't heard it. We're hoping it's going to be up there, but with the quality that you've had the past couple years, I'm sure it will be.
Thank you.
Nice.
Well,
DJ Hyphen.
Jay Moore, continued success to you. Safe travels, and we'll see you again.
Thanks so much, Kendrick. Appreciate it.